Toyota really messed up on this new Tacoma. I know some people might disagree, and it's okay to disagree with me, but man, this Tacoma is not what it used to be. And I think most people agree with that. Let's kind of get into why. You know they switched over to a 4-cylinder turbo that's not most likely going to be as reliable as the V6 that we all know and trust and love. And they even had a 4-cylinder before, but it was not a turbo and it was more affordable. It was a super affordable option. But it's really unfortunate. And let's just look at the window sticker here real quick. So you're getting a 4-cylinder turbo, no V6 option. That's the only thing you can get. And look at what you're paying. $46,000. Now, to be fair, that is an extra $3,000 package added by the dealer. So out the door MSRP would be $43,500. Still a lot of money for a 4-cylinder turbo built in Mexico. And I would say the build quality has not been as good as the old Tacoma. And I think most people agree with that. I can show you a few body panels misaligned and stuff, and just walk around a 4Runner, walk around so many different Toyotas. If they're built in Japan, you normally don't see that body gap issue. For me, I have Toyota built in America, one built in Japan. The one built in America actually has some body panels misaligned. The one in Japan, I can't find nothing wrong with it. So, big difference, I think, in where they're made. You know, you're paying cheaper labor. What do you expect? And they're not lowering the price at all. I mean, look at this. Here's another TRD Sport. We're going to be right up there. Yeah, $49,000. I mean, that's just a lot of money. And you're talking about a 4-cylinder. So you're at $50,000. And with how rates are and stuff, I mean, that's a payment right there. And here we go. Look at these body alignment issues. So you guys can see right through there. Let's go to the other side. You guys can't see nothing. And that's literally what we're talking about. The body, it's not aligned. I mean, come on. These are simple things that, come on, Toyota. I mean, Toyota can get this right. And, I mean, look at let's see here. I bet you it's going to have super rusty pads. Yeah, look at this. No one's test driving. Now let's go over to the 4Runner. I bet you the pads are clean, brand new. Because people are going to test drive it. They don't last as long. They don't sit out here. Yeah, look at that. Not one speck of rust. And literally all these, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at these pads. Literally, it looks like, I mean, that's literally proof. People are not driving them. People don't want to test drive them. People are just really losing interest. And you're talking about a new Toyota here. We're not talking about this and that. I mean, we're talking about a Toyota. And for me, it hurts more because I hold Toyota at a higher standard. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, a lot of other brands did this and that, but we all held Toyota at a higher standard. Just like being an officer in the military or being management at a company, you're held to a higher standard. Toyota was the cream of the crop just a few years ago. They changed the Tundra. Most people are disappointed about that, and now they did it to the Tacoma. And next is the 4Runner, and it's just how it's going. So before we know it, I mean, there's going to be turbos and everything. So it is what it is. I don't know if they're doing it because the EPA gives them credits. I don't know if they're doing it because who knows. All I know is you have Nissan across the street that's not doing it. You have the brand Nissan. I wouldn't say it's known for reliability. You know, Toyota's generally known to be that rugged, reliable, hold value vehicle. But then you have Nissan sticking to its roots in their trucks and not offering any turbos in their Frontier or their Titan. Granted, unfortunately, the Titan is going away, and I don't know why, but sales have always been, they've been rough on that side. It's not like the Tundra, and here lately, the Tundra actually had a good month, but we'll see how the year ends. And now with the recall on the Tundra and transmission issues coming out of the Tacoma, I'm not sure what's going to happen. You guys have probably seen, and I have another video about it, transmission issues. Not a joke at all. Some people say only 4 have been reported. Have you seen online? There's literally, I mean, I've seen a ton, and just in videos, all the major YouTubers, just in videos, 3 or 4 people, they had overheating transmissions. So what's going on is overheating transmissions, you hear a whining from the transmission, really rough shifts, and it's not just the automatic. We're talking about the manual. The manual transmission has just completely blew up on people. Just completely. You have no clutch anymore, literally. And Toyota is sometimes saying it's their fault. They put it in first accidentally. I just don't know about this stuff. And we're talking about a new transmission manual built in 2024. You should think that thing should be durable. I didn't think, like, I just never heard of people just blowing up transmissions left and right, and it's happening with the new Tacoma. So I think it's a bit more than just a coincidence. So the manual transmission is probably going to have a huge recall. That being said, also the automatic is having overheating and all this stuff. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Again, I hope it doesn't happen to anybody that has one. I hope this is the most reliable truck ever built, but we're already seeing a glimpse of what's going to happen. And we're already seeing possible recalls coming for the transmission. So that's not a good start, but maybe they'll iron some things out these first few years, and it probably will become a better truck. But at the end of the day, this is not what we were expecting from Toyota. It's not the path that I was wanting them to go personally. But, my opinion doesn't matter that much, and it's more about the money. And I think these are a lot more profitable for Toyota. And I think they're getting huge incentives from the governments. And, it is what it is. They're getting just huge incentives to make four-cylinder turbos to get a little bit better fuel economy. In all reality, it's probably not even any better. That's the craziest part about it. For an extra 2 miles a gallon, but you end up burning oil and all this stuff in the long run. Like, is it even actually better? Like, I don't think so. But they're making these tiny little engines, cram-packed, high pressure. Like, it's just not good. I mean, I think we can all agree with that. And we're already seeing what's going on with the Tundra. It's kind of like its bigger brother, and possibly 102,000 trucks are going to be affected in a recall. So there's so many issues going on with these trucks. You have a super high price. I mean, all of these trucks are above 40-something thousand. I remember coming here and you can get one under 30,000. And now, this is literally an SR5. Look at that. Literally 43,000 on what the dealership wants for an SR5. You could come here 2 years ago, you can get one for under 30. So that's the difference, and that's the problem. And you have the Tundras over here. Literally all the trucks you see right there, I guarantee you, they're all over $70,000. And I don't know who you are. That's a lot of money for a vehicle, And I understand people have money, and it's, people like vehicles, but that's a lot of money. Here we got iForce Max. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. $68,000. And we're talking about a Toyota V6 turbocharged pickup truck. For that amount of money, you can get a 6.2 liter GMC Denali almost, or a high country Chevy. So a lot of options for that price. And I don't think there probably is some sort of rebates on these, because I know they've been struggling, and there's going to be some sort of special financing and stuff, I imagine. But still, it's just a lot of money. You see the rusty pads. That's just a great sign that people are not driving them. And it's unfortunate. I want this dealership to sell every truck they have on the lot tomorrow, but supply and demand is a real thing, and people don't buy what they don't want. So really disappointed. And also, 102,000 vehicles possibly affected. Some Lexuses and Tundras. And it's going to be the 24s probably soon, but they didn't announce the 24s in the recall. But it's pretty bad, and they're going to need all new engines. So I really hope that doesn't happen to the Tacomas. Again, I hope this is a good thing, but leave a comment. Let me know what you think, because I'm starting to look at other brands. Let's put it that way.